Hi, welcome to our math. Today I'm doing a series of videos on solving systems of equations. And in this one, I have two parabolas. All right, so to do this, what I am going to do is I'm going to solve for y and substitute it in and see what happens. So I'm going to take my top equation, my x squared plus 3x plus y equals 0. Solve it for y. Subtract the x squared and the 3x from both sides. And I'm going to get y equals negative x squared minus 3x. And then I'm going to take my second equation, x squared plus 7x minus y equals 0. And I want to take the y of the first equation and substitute it into the y of the second equation. I want to solve for x because that's a little bit harder, and then I can figure out my y's. If I solve for y, then I'm just plugging it in and then having to figure out the two x's later. I think it's easier to figure out your x's in your first step. That's my personal opinion. X squared plus 7x minus, and then I plug in this y, which is negative x squared minus 3x equals 0. Now, this negative out here, we can think of it as a negative 1 being multiplied through, so I have x squared plus 7x, negative times a negative plus x squared, negative times a negative plus 3x equals 0. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared, 7x plus 3x is plus 10x. I have two terms with x's, only two. That means I can factor out a 2x, 2x, x plus 5. I have 2 points of intersection, and those 2 points of intersection are x equaling 0 and negative 5. So these parabolas intersect at two places. So I need to figure out the y for each of these two x's. So case A, x equals 0. I'm going to take my top equation, the x squared plus 3x plus y equals 0, and put in that 0. So 0 squared plus 3 times 0 plus y equals 0. Y equals 0. It's a pretty simple point, but I always want to check to make sure that nothing went awry. Is 0 squared plus 7 times 0 minus 0 equal to 0? Yeah, so 0, 0 is 0.1. All right, this one will be more interesting. We'll take x equals negative 5, and we'll take the same top equation, that x squared plus 3x plus y equals 0. Okay, so negative 5 squared, I'm putting this in parentheses to remember that both the 5 and the negative both need to be squared, plus 3 times negative 5 plus y equals 0. 25 minus 15 plus y equals 0. That's 10 plus y equals 0. Subtract the 10 over. Y is equal to negative 10. Okay, so we have a negative 5 and a negative 10. We want to check with the second equation, not with the first. We know it works in the first. We need to make sure it works in both. So negative 5 squared plus 7 times negative 5 minus a negative 10. Does this really equal 0? That's the question. 25 minus 35 minus a negative is plus 10. Does this equal 0? So that's negative 10 plus 10. That works out. So that means our last solution is negative 5, negative 10. So we have 0, 0, and negative 5, negative 10. And we have found the 2 points that these two parabolas intersect. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks!